Hey, what's going on? Glad you stopped. Continue to watch. What you're about to watch here is very important. This is the first ever DASHINAR, a seminar by Dash Life, and just talking about overcoming and understanding trauma. And I speak about a few of my experiences and explain how I was able to overcome trauma and understand it, and how I'm still fighting trauma, and how it's a daily fight. So it can be real useful. I ask that you share, like, comment, but share with everybody that you can, because this information is very vital and people need it. It's very useful. And you can follow me on all the social media platforms. If you're not on one of the social media platforms right now, on TikTok, DashLife91, on Facebook, Myron, DashLife McGee, and on Instagram, Myron_DashLife. And if you not on the YouTube page, it's Myron Dash Life on YouTube. Everything Dash Life. And this is just to uplift people, help people through their struggles. Please, if you know somebody that need it, shoot them that way. I do daily inspirational videos, and I'm here to uplift the people and give hope. So tune in and enjoy. I'll catch you on the other side. Don't just pass through life, dash through life. Dash up, dash out. DASHINAR seminar by Dash Life. And we're going to kick it off like this. If you know the words, sing along with me. Yesterday was crazy, but today I'm feeling great. Woke up early morning, big old smile on my face. I be like, wake up, everybody, baby. And don't forget to congratulate yourself. Somebody asked me, they said, how is every day crazy? And for me, I just had to laugh. I'm like, it's a crazy world that we live in. But for me, whether it's something, just a moment, or a cluster of things, something crazy happens every single day in my life. So I was like, that's how I answered that question. But I have a question for you all. Who knows what trauma is by a show of hands? Okay, so for those that don't know what trauma is a very distressing or disturbing experience. So I believe it's safe to say, with that definition, we've all been traumatized or experienced some type of trauma in our life. And in my opinion, I believe there's a major misconception that it's something wrong with being broken. And I feel like in this world of perfect imperfections, we're all broken. You know, let me tell you about my mama. Not how she's broken, but my mama got an iPhone, and one time I picked it up and the phone is cracked, beat up, worn out. It looked like, I don't know, it got ran over by a car. What happened to the phone? But the thing about this broken phone is when I call, she can pick it up. Or if I call and she missed the call, she can call me back. If I text her on this broken phone, she can text me back. On this same broken phone, when I post on all my social media platforms, she can comment, like, share, as you all should as well. But the thing is, although this phone is broken, it still fulfills its purpose. And that's how I feel about all of us. We may be broken, but if we woke up this morning, we still have an opportunity to fulfill our purpose. So being broken shouldn't be a problem, because none of us are the baby that was born into this world. We might have scars, limps, bruises, all kind of flaws. So we're broken. And some might even say, well, I'm not broken, I'm broken down. That brings me to a car. If your car breaks down, it's on the side of the road, it's no longer fulfilling its purpose. But the thing about that car is, you can take it to the shop, it can be repaired. just like we can be healed from our trauma, we can overcome it. And the first step to overcoming this trauma and understanding it is to embrace those flaws, embrace those scars, those bumps, those bruises. Instead of trying to hide it, take it head on, because hiding it doesn't help. So face it head on. And that's the first step. Embrace your flaws. The next step is to understand. Understand that you're not alone in your trauma. Understand that trauma doesn't just happen to you. Trauma is something that happens in life. We have to deal with it. Understand that trauma is a part of our everyday life. And once we start to understand these things, understand that it's not an isolated event, then we can start to move forward. We can start to go on with our life. And after you start to understand trauma, understand that it's not just you, it's worldwide, you have to accept. Accept the fact that you're deserving of better. Accept the fact that we're deserving of a better life. Accept the fact that trauma has happened. It's happened. We can't go back and change it. We can't take it back. So we have to accept it in order to move forward. Accept that trauma, although it ain't all good, it ain't all bad either. And I know growing up, I don't know if that's correct grammar or not, I was always told, don't say ain't, stop saying ain't. But to me, ain't just sound better. And so I wanted to do something, do an exercise with y'all. I want y'all to repeat after me. And we're gonna try to see how ain't sounds. I want you to say, I ain't gonna let trauma control me.
I ain't gonna let trauma control me.
Okay. I might be broken, or I might be broke down, but I ain't broken.
I might be broken, I might be broke down, but I ain't broken.
Okay. We're gonna do that over. I said I might be broke down, but I ain't broken.
I might be broke down, but I ain't broken.
I ain't a loser. I'm a winner.
I ain't a loser. I'm a winner.
That felt good to me. I don't know. It was an ain't, but it might not have been correct grammar, but it felt good to me. And the reason I wanted to get you all feeling good is because that was the easy part. Embracing, understanding, acceptance. That's the easy part. The hard part about trauma is to forgive. Not for somebody else, but for you. And I know some might be looking like, how can I forgive them? He cheated on me, or she took everything I had. They abused me verbally, mentally, physically. And it's not for them. You have to forgive them so that you can set yourself free from that person, so that you can move forward in your life. Because as long as you hold on to that trauma and you hold on to that person, it's gonna hold you down and stop you from moving forward. It's an anchor in your life. Let it go. And I'm not saying forget, I'm saying forgive, because you might have those memories, but you have to forgive. And that's if it's somebody else that caused the trauma. But the toughest thing is to forgive yourself if you cause that trauma. You have to forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up. We make mistakes. We have bad days. We mess up. But don't harp on it. Don't keep putting yourself down. You have to love yourself. Have self-awareness. Okay, I messed up. I put myself through this. Now let me move forward so that I can have a better life. Like I said, you have to accept that you deserve a better life. And the other type of trauma that you have to forgive, it might not be a person. It might be an event, whether it's a tornado, earthquake, hurricane, even 2020. Have to forgive COVID. COVID took a cousin away from me. It's one of my favorite cousins I grew up with, but I know a lot of people lost loved ones near and dear to them. But we have to forgive COVID. We can't keep blaming COVID and being mad at COVID. I lost my job because of this, or I lost my money because of this, and I'm in a bad position because of this. But how long can we hold on to that position until it's time to move forward and forgive it and let it go? So those are the three things that you have to forgive, whether it's another person, yourself, or the event. But forgiveness is going to be key to moving forward in your trauma. And again, don't forget, because we're going to have those memories. I know we have memories with our loved ones, and we're going to make new memories. But we have to forgive in order to make those new memories and move forward. And trauma, the thing about trauma, it doesn't care about race, size, age, height, comes in all type of different ways. And I wanted to share with you all today some of the ways that trauma has affected me. You know, growing up as a kid, the popular thing was, I don't know, in y'all era what it might have been, but joning, cracking the dozens, roasting, and that was a terrible thing for me growing up, because this chocolate skin that you see today wasn't as beautiful back then. You know, people, that wasn't the thing. These lips, that wasn't the thing. I had big lips. That was things that I was poking fun of. My ears, oh, these are satellite dishes. You can pick up a TV signal or something with that. And so I never got good at roasting or cracking jokes on people, and I didn't have the confidence that I have today. So when I got picked on or somebody said something about me, I took it personally. I wasn't loving myself like I am now, so I believe, oh yeah, I'm ugly, so I'm putting myself down, because this is what they're saying. And it's not just one person saying this, these my peers, and sometimes it's my friends saying this. And so it's like, if they say it and everybody's saying it, it has to be true. And so for me, feeling ugly, I started to act ugly, behave ugly, because this is what I should do. Or in order to fit in, I have to do other things for people to accept me, because they're not gonna accept me for being good looking like the other people that's around. I have to go do bad acts and make people laugh or bring people in. And so that behavior continued from a young child to an adolescent and to a young adult, to where I was landed in prison because of the behaviors that I was doing. And it took me a long time to start to love myself and understand, you know what, your skin color not changing. Your lips not going anywhere. Your ears not gonna get any smaller. So you have to love yourself. Embrace those flaws, or whatever you wanna call it, embrace that. And so I started to embrace it. Then I had to understand, I'm not the only person that's this dark. I'm not the only person that has big lips. So other people are involved in this as well. And I had to accept that I was deserving of more. I was deserving of better. So again, I embraced, I understood, I started to accept. Then I had to forgive myself, because nobody else landed me in this position. Nobody else put me in this prison but me. So now I have to forgive myself and forgive those who, as kids, you don't really understand. Oh, I'm putting this person down and I'm making them feel bad. We having fun, it's jokes. And you know, the thing that always got me caught up in that was, I'm goofy. And anybody that knows the rules about roasting, if you laughing too hard at somebody, oh, what you laughing at? And instantly it's on me. And so now I'm like, I done got myself in trouble again. But so I had to forgive myself for those moments, or forgive the people that just joking around didn't know that they was causing me harm or causing me trauma. And so that was just one way that trauma affected me in my life. And that was something to where it might not seem very big in some people's lives, because other people are stronger than or more confident, and that was just something that they brushed off their shoulder, and they never looked at it as a trauma. But then there's a trauma that everybody knows is trauma. While in prison, my best friend was killed. My favorite cousin was killed. Then I lost another close cousin to me because of COVID. My grandma was gone. And so all these things is just happening, and it's like back to back to back, and it's not stopping. So again, I started to behave ugly and continue to, nobody cares, or all this is happening to me. I was a victim. It's all happening to me, so I'm the victim. And so I had to understand at some point I'm causing other people problems because I'm getting in trouble. I'm going to the hole, so now I can't talk to my son. Now I can't talk to my mom. She don't know if I'm okay because I can't call her every day. So now I'm causing them stress or trauma, and they're not able to sleep. I don't know what they're going through because I'm not able to talk to them. So I had to understand, you causing somebody else pain. I had to understand that and embrace, look, this thing, you're not the only person in prison that's losing people. Everybody has lost somebody. Somebody might have lost someone closer than the people that you lost. And so I started to understand, and I started to accept, okay, it happened. I didn't get to make it to the funeral. I can't take it back. I can't go back and say, hey, let me go to this funeral, or let me spend some more time with you. It's not gonna happen. I had to accept it. And once I started to accept it, I started to forgive myself again. You know what? You messed up. You got yourself sent to a maximum security prison. You got yourself put in a hole. But you can do better. You can turn your life around. As long as you forgive yourself and you start to love yourself and be the person that you are really meant to be and fulfill your purpose, then it's gonna be okay, and you can forgive yourself for that. And so I was able to forgive myself for that. And that trauma, I believe that's something that everybody goes through, and it's no matter whether you feel like it's hard or not, nobody can say losing someone is an easy thing to go through. So everyone can relate to that trauma, unlike the first one. And then I have traumas that I'm still working on, that it's a work in progress, and it's those times where we have to understand that it's not gonna just stop in one day. It's not gonna stop in maybe 1 month. It might take years to get over. Like a trauma that I still have to this day is police. And even though my last 2 encounters with the police were very good encounters, every time that I'm driving down the street and I see a cop car go by, I'm checking my rearview mirrors. I'm looking in my side mirror until this car is away from me. I don't know if I'm going to get pulled over, and my car's registered. I have my license. I don't have anything illegal in the car. But still, from all the times that I was arrested or harassed, and let's be honest, some of the times it was because I was actually doing some stuff that was wrong. So it's not all on them, it's on me as well. So, but still to this day, when I'm riding, looking in the car, oh, I see the lights on. They pulling me over? What's going on? Sweaty hands and heart beating, and it's like, why do you feel like this? Like, if you get pulled over, nothing's gonna happen because, again, everything's legal in your car, so you don't have to worry about getting a ticket unless you speed. Sometimes I speed, John. but those are the things, like those type of traumas are something that we deal with on a daily basis, and it's not gonna be like I wake up one day and it's just, oh, that's gone. No, it's something that I'm gonna have to work on, and I embrace the fact that I caused these problems for myself because I was involved in illegal activities, and I was involved in activities that caused to be pulled over all the time, or hung with people that put me in a place to where we're gonna stop them because you look like you're doing something. So I started to embrace that, and then I have to understand you're not the only person that feels like this, or you're not the only person that has been arrested or pulled over. So I understand it, I accept it, it's happened. I forgive myself for putting myself in those positions, but it's still something that you have to deal with on a daily basis. And just because you have slip-ups or you feel that way, that doesn't mean that the trauma is defeating you. Because once you become self-aware, you understand, why I'm looking in this mirror? Why do I care if they riding past me? Why do I care if the cherries are on for me? Why does it matter? Because I'm not doing anything wrong. So just keep driving. Stop looking. And I tell myself that at times when I catch myself and I'm able to understand, okay, I can do that. Move forward. And so those are the different types of traumas that I just wanted to speak about and help people to understand more, because again, this is a lifelong thing. It's not gonna stop. Something's gonna happen. Again, trauma is a very distressing or disturbing experience. How often do we have disturbing experiences? How often do we have something that's distressing? But as long as we keep fighting and we understand and have self-awareness, we have self-love, then we can move forward from those traumas. And I have to leave y'all with a dash. You have to, for me, discover self-love, then accept yourself for who you are and soar high. Discover, accept, soar high. And that's how you can dash through trauma. And the last thing that I want to leave you all with is a poem. And someone asked me, what was trauma like? And so I said, I don't know what I'm gonna write. And this is what I came up with. Trauma is like, you'd have thought they resuscitated Airbud the way they gave my dog life. I don't miss too many calls, but when I do, that's why I tell my dogs from the pen to call twice. Because I know all about those early mornings and long nights, flat mat, hard steel, just staring at the ceiling. And it's kind of chilling when you feel like don't nobody care how you feeling. Wake up to violence, a lot of death, and some killing. Some couldn't even imagine. Well, imagine this. A lot of sad moods, bad food, COs being mad rude, call home, bills past due, call your girl, she talking to her last dude. So to get away from the pain, you start to get tattooed, but that's against the rules. So you might end up in a hole. Imagine being in jail while you in jail, or breathing in mold every time you inhale. Sometimes the top bunk be shedding, so you might wake up to another man's skin cells. Yeah, it's kind of sickening, but that ain't it. The plot steady thickening. That's just one day. And then once you come home, they expect you to act one way, like everything is okay. I say, no way, because you have to deal with trauma every single day. I appreciate everybody for coming out. I still have the venue, and I want to thank my mentors, Mr. Reginald Slaughter and Tony. They came as well. And so we have the Fathers and Family Support Center. If you want to get any kind of information for support for your family or fathers that you know. And then Tony as well. He has Legacy Builders, and he can give you more information about that, helping you out with your spirituality. And so the rest of the time, I just want to get everybody to mingle and network, and I'll be answering questions if you want to talk about anything, any traumas that you're going through, and that's pretty much it. I want y'all to don't just pass through life, dash through life, dash up and dash out.